Yes, that's to come, but first, a woman from Somerset says more legal help should be available to families at inquests. Becky Montacute's mum, Julie, took her own life last year.
Her family didn't qualify to have a lawyer provided by the government, and they say that made it harder to get to the truth. Martin Jones reports.
This one is me, my mum and my brother when my mum married my stepdad.
Becky Montacute now has only photos and memories of her mum, Julie.
She was just absolutely lovely and cared about other people pretty much over herself, but did really like going out and doing fun things when she had the chance to do it.
But Julie had problems with her mental health and at one stage was sectioned.
She started saying things like, I'm completely broken, bits of me are broken, I don't work anymore, you know, I can't eat anything because I don't have a stomach anymore.
Julie was receiving treatment for her mental health, but had a series of crises, including a horrific motorway crash last February.
She drove down on the M5 and she had weaved in and out of lanes of traffic and then pulled in front of a heavy goods vehicle.
A few days later, Julie took her own life. Becky and the rest of the family were desperate for answers, and that's what they hoped the inquest into her death would provide. But they found the process utterly one-sided. The Mental Health Trust, who were looking after Julie, paid thousands of pounds for lawyers to represent them. The family had to beg a favour from a friend.
You are terrified of this process, you know, you've got one chance to find out what actually happened to the person you love, and there's a lawyer for the Mental Health Trust, there was a barrister for the GP. It's, you know, complete inequality in terms of what people have access to.
Becky discovered that in 1 year, the trust looking after her mum spent £135,000 on lawyers representing itself at inquests. By contrast, across the whole of England, the amount of financial help given to families in mental health inquests was just £118,000. Many lawyers feel the same way as Becky. Bristol University has just set up a unit in which student lawyers help families like hers.
The aim of our law clinic in general is to sort of plug the gap in the legal market where people don't qualify for legal aid, but they need help, but they can't afford a solicitor. Most of the time when I attended an inquest, the family were not legally represented. You could often see them struggling with the process, perhaps could have done with some sort of guidance.
The Ministry of Justice told us they sympathise with those who've lost loved ones and say legal aid funding is currently available at inquests in exceptional cases. But crucially, they don't believe it's necessary in general because the process isn't designed to place blame. Becky now campaigns for families to get free legal representation at inquests, helping others do their loved ones justice. Martin Jones, BBC Points West.
The last surviving